Greetings, my dear friends. It's great to see you again on my channel. Today, we're diving into the heart of Azerbaijani cuisine, exploring a dish beloved in every corner of Azerbaijan. You've seen me prepare different variations of plov, but this one will be extra special, infused with aromatic herbs and tender lamb meat. Prepare yourselves for a true culinary experience with sabzi plov. You can already imagine the feast I'm preparing for you. So before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscription button to stay notified when more exciting content is up. And don't forget to like the video. Your support fuels my creativity and inspires me to bring you more mouth-watering recipes. Now, let's start by cutting up the lamb. The knife slices through the meat easily, separating the leg from the body. Look at the marbling underneath, absolutely perfect. Every piece is coming together just right, and it's already clear how juicy this lamb is going to be. Just imagine how wonderful it's going to taste when we stew this meat with the herbs. The lamb, slow cooked with fresh dill, cilantro, parsley, and a hint of mint, will absorb all those vibrant flavors. I love stewing the meat with a mix of vegetables and herbs. You get this crazy layered flavor. The sauce from the veggies just soaks up all that richness, and it's pure comfort in a bowl. Let's get the insides out, leaving the lamb hollow and ready for what's next. You can really tell how much care goes into prepping a dish like this. Getting the bones out is a bit trickier. It takes some work, but the meat comes off the skeleton as I carefully work around each joint. You can practically feel the tenderness as it separates from the bone. And finally, with a little patience, the skeleton's out, and we're left with pure, beautiful lamb. It's all about precision here, and the result is going to be worth it. Now, it's time to trim up the meat. All that extra tissue is getting cleaned off, and the lamb's looking top-notch. Sabzi plov is a big deal in Azerbaijani culture, usually hitting the table at family get-togethers, special occasions, and holidays. It's all about abundance and showing love, because good food brings people together, right? I'm still working on trimming. I want to refine the meat so the meat gets that soft and melting texture. Next, let's cut the lamb into neat cubes. These will absorb all the herbs and spices we're going to throw in later. Every bite's going to be packed with flavor, and honestly, it's making me hungry just thinking about it. And hey, don't forget, we're also on Instagram. You'll want to follow us there to stay updated on all the latest recipes and new updates. Beside dill, cilantro and parsley, sabzi plov also uses spinach and wild garlic, which really elevates the flavor. So we've cut the meat into the perfect size. You see that fat on the meat? Oh, it's going to taste so creamy when cooked. Fatty meat is key to a good plov because it keeps everything moist and adds that melt-in-your-mouth texture. Plus, the fat helps to carry the flavors of the herbs and spices throughout the dish. Let's wash the meat thoroughly. Got to make sure it's clean and ready for cooking. Okay, for our sabzi plov, first we need to boil the meat. This helps tenderize the lamb, making it soft and juicy. It also infuses the broth with flavor, which we'll be using later on to really bring the whole dish together. Let's cut the onions. We'll need lots of onions for this. Why? Well, because onions add sweetness and depth to the dish. They also balance the richness of the lamb and herbs, giving everything a perfect harmony. If you're dreaming about getting those wooden bowls, don't worry, you don't have to look far. Just check out my shop. There are loads of options for kitchen utensils, including these bowls in all sizes. Now, let's season the meat and really get those flavors going. Seasoning is key in any dish. Too much or too little can ruin it. You need to strike a balance to make sure the flavors pop, but don't overwhelm the natural taste of the ingredients. The meat's perfectly stewed. Time to get it out. Look at that tenderness. Now it's time to prep our herbs. I'll give them a nice roast in butter, which adds an extra layer of flavor. I've preheated the sarge for that, and trust me, the sarge is perfect for this. It'll bring out the best in these herbs. First, we'll add the onions. Look at that! The golden butter and onions sizzling together. It's a sight for sore eyes. I want to caramelize these a bit to bring out their sweetness and make everything even richer. Let's add a pinch of turmeric and some salt. The turmeric adds a warm, earthy flavor, and that little bit of salt enhances everything. For our herbs, I'll use spinach. Spinach has a mild, slightly sweet flavor that pairs perfectly with the lamb and herbs. It'll also add some nice color and a bit of richness. We're also adding some wild garlic for a bit of zing. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're loving today's cooking process. Like, hit that bell, and stay in the loop. Now, let's cut the dill. It's going to add a fresh, slightly tangy flavor that'll brighten up the dish. Let's cut some parsley too. You know, parsley brings a clean, crisp taste that balances out the richness of the lamb and butter. Let's mix those herbs right into the onions. Everything is coming together beautifully. Now we'll add some of that flavorful meat broth. This is what's going to make the dish rich and hearty. It ties all the flavors together. And finally, a splash of lemon juice. We'll need 3 lemons in total to bring a little acidity, which will brighten everything up and cut through the richness. Just a few lemons will make the taste so flavorsome.
Thank you.
Once these greens are perfectly stewed, it's time to toss in the meat. This combo is gonna rock, blending rich flavors and textures like a dream. No need to stress about keeping the kitchen spotless. My little buddy here is always on cleanup duty, chomping down anything that hits the floor. It's awesome having a sidekick like that. Now we're on to cooking the rice with saffron. The saffron's gonna infuse the rice with a bomb flavor that's gonna make every bite pop. Tea break time, folks. The highlight of any cooking session. Throw a slice of lemon in there for an extra zing that'll make your tea even more refreshing.
Mycket. Vad är det?
Don't forget to check out our shop. We've got all sorts of cool kitchen gadgets and tools that'll take your cooking game to the next level. While the kids are having a blast before chow time, let's get everything set up. We're almost ready to dig into this amazing spread. Time to serve up that rice with the meat and green stew on top. It's a flavor explosion that's gonna leave you totally satisfied. Sabzi plov usually comes with a special sauce made from sour cream and garlic. This sauce gives it a tangy, creamy kick that just makes the whole dish sing. And a fresh veggie salad on the side. It's the perfect crunchy contrast to the rich, hearty plov.
Super.
Watching the kids chow down on sabzi plov is the best. Their happy faces and satisfied bellies are why we do this. It's moments like these that make cooking worth it. Hit that subscribe button, give us a follow, and like the video to stay in the loop with all our tasty recipes and cooking tips. You know, your support keeps us going and helps us share our food passion with you. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I hope you had a blast and enjoyed the feast we put together. Keep experimenting in the kitchen and savoring every bite. Catch you next time.
Kanalımıza destek olmak istəyirsinizsə, online mağazamızdan xüsusi bıçaq və ya taxta qablarımızı əldə edə bilərsiniz. Mağazanın linki videonun altındakı təsvirdə var. Super!